peace, love, 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 unity, unity, unity. Community, community, community. Family, family, family. Peace, 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 peace. Love, 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 love. Unity, 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 unity. Community, 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 community. Family, 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 family. Peace, love, unity, community, and family. Thank you for tapping in with me. Thank you for supporting me. It is 12/20, 2024. It is 4:02 a.m. So today I'll be reading two things, maybe three. The first one is how to express anger without hurting yourself or others. And the next thing I'll be reading will be the Kobe Bryant, the Mamba Mentality, how I play. How to express anger without hurting yourself or others. It's okay to get angry. Anger is how people react to an insult, pain, rejection, or frustration. Anger can help you stand up for yourself in unfair situations, but anger can cause problems if you don't know how to express it appropriately. 2. Take time to cool off. If you act on anger when you are so mad you can't think, you may do something you will later regret. Take a deep breath or take a walk to help you calm down. Think about why you are angry. What happened? What's the best thing you can do now? Can you talk to the person you are angry with? Talk it over with someone else. Do something to change the situation. Afraid you will lose your temper? Take time to cool off. Number 4, talk to a person directly when it's safe. Using I statements saying, I am angry because you left a mess in my room works better than saying you're a slob. Be ready to listen to the other person's feelings. He or she may be angry too. If you can't talk about the problem, you may be able to find a solution that works for both of you. You can express anger by talking about it or writing it down. Number 5, when you can't express your anger directly, sometimes talking to the person directly will cause a hurtful or dangerous situation. Or you may feel angry at something like racism or not having enough money rather than at a person. When you can't express it directly, talk about your feelings with a friend or write your feelings down. Number 6, take action to feel better. If you still feel angry after expressing your feelings, try a distraction, exercise, watch a funny movie, or go dancing. Or put your anger to work. A student who has been harassed at school, for example, might work on a crisis line to help others who are being mistreated. Exercise can help you work out angry feelings. Number 7, don't express anger with violence. Control violent reactions, such as wanting to hit someone. Violence won't help. In fact, it will make things worse. You may hurt someone else or yourself. Keep yourself safe. If you are angry with someone because he or she is hurting you, take steps to keep yourself safe. Don't confront a person who may hit or otherwise hurt you. Get help immediately if you are in danger. Oops. Number 9. Don't use alcohol or other drugs to deal with anger. Using alcohol or other drugs may make you feel even angrier. When you are drunk or high, your anger may turn into violence. Watch out for other signs of anger being turned inward, like feeling depressed, hurting yourself, eating too much, or starving yourself. If you feel angry all the time, get help. Number 10. If your anger gets to be too much, do you sometimes feel so mad you think you might explode? Do you feel like hurting yourself or someone else? If so, get help now. Talk about your feelings with a trusted friend, family member, counselor, or healthcare provider. Sometimes anger can turn into violence. If you are afraid of hurting yourself or someone else, or if someone is hurting you, get help right away for free 24/7 crisis counseling. Text HOME to 741-741 and a trained counselor from a crisis text line can help. Call the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 1-800-273-8255. The next one I'm going to be reading is Kobe Bryant, The Mamba Mentality, How I Play. This is a big book, I ain't gonna lie. Gotta get it. Okay. And for the ones that's just joining in, thank you for joining in with me today. Go ahead and go to my wife's YouTube page, Dionne's Life. That is Dionne's Life, DIONNE''S Life. She's crushing it, y'all. I'm proud of her. She should be proud of herself. She doing numbers, so I gotta catch up. So my thing is, share this video. We're gonna go from 1 share to 10 shares, 10 shares to 100 shares, 100 shares to 1,000 shares, 1,000 shares to 10,000 shares, 10,000 shares to 100,000 shares. Y'all know the rest. 100,000 shares to 1,000,000 shares, and it all starts with you. So go ahead and share this video right now. Cause and effect. Pain in one area of your body often stems from an imbalance somewhere else. With that in mind, it's important to treat the root cause and not the effect. I always made sure my ankles were active and moving. If your ankles are stiff, that could create problems in the knees, hips, backs, and all the way up. So I spend a lot of time before games working on my ankles. The core of the problem, so that I wouldn't exuberate the symptoms. Calibrating the cannon. I would begin stretching a couple hours before games. Then, as the game got closer and closer, I would start doing more active, more range of motion things to get ready. This in particular was a big part of getting prepared and active during my last year. We would make sure my shoulder was sitting back correctly and it wasn't rotating forward. Man, that's tough. I wasn't always old. As a kid, I didn't have to do all this stretching and warming up. I would go out, get my shots up, put in work, and then I have some time to myself. Sometimes I would have just chill and watch some TV. I could have gotten up right there and then and windmilled. As I aged, I was meticulous about listening to my body and adjusting accordingly. My hands still hurt. My broken finger would get tight. A torn tendon in my pinky finger never recovered. Due to all that, I would try to warm my hands up and do hand strengthening exercises. Before games, I would get an oversized ball and stretch my hands round and squeeze it just to wake up the tendons and muscles in my hand. My finger in particular is still inflexible to this day, but I never let these impediments stop me. My routine changed over time. My approach didn't. I always try to train and prepare intelligently, but But as I got older, my pre and post game routine involved. When you are younger, you work on explosive things. As you get older, your focus shifts to preventative measures. That's all par for the course. The only aspect that can change through is its obsession. You have to enter every activity every single time with a want and need to do it at the best of your ability. We all got full games differently. When Shaq and I play together, generally we get taped at the same time. That will give us the opportunity to joke and goof around or talk crap. For Shaq and me, as anchors of the team, this will help us help get us up and ready for the game. More than that, this will set the tone for the team. The energy of the club is all sitting right there. This was our moment to smile and laugh. As the game drew closer, we got serious. That the economy, the economy, that changing of airs was important of our teammates to see and understand. Judo Seto has been with me forever. When I was a rookie, Judy Settle was a young and up and comer. One time, after I tweaked my ankle, she was assigned to me. It immediately became apparent to me that she was as obsessive about training as I was about basketball, and we formed an immediate and unbreakable bond. Over the years, we both continued to learn and grow in our individual crafts. In doing so, we were able to push each other to be our best. It's safe to say I would never have been able to play as well or as long without her as my physical therapist. She helped me recover from every single surgery I ever had, and she was always there for me, literally. Whether it was a family vacation to Italy or a Nike trip to China, Judy came with me. Oh man, she was that indispensable. In my later years, her table would always be full and players would be waiting. When I came in the room, though, I juggling questioned what they were doing there and claimed my spot at her table. Sorry, guys. Gary Vita was crucial to my career. First of all, Gary was an Italian craftsman with tape. He just made an art out of tape jobs. You could tell when people love what they do. He loved his craft. No matter where the tape was going, finger, ankle, he made it look beautiful. If the tape had bubbles or bumps, Gary would unwrap it and start again. Everything had to be smooth, had to be perfect. He was a master, and I gave him a lot of opportunities to practice. He's not the only trainer who was vital to my well-being. Judah Settle, see previous page, was critical. As was my neuromuscular therapist, Burns Batos. I had a great team of people around me. Create the power team. I got you. They were obsessive with their own crafts, which made it easy for me to trust them. Once I trusted them, I listened to my body and told me they were doing good work. It felt better, stronger, and more prepared when I worked with them. Master of mixed tape. Make sure you gotta drink our water out there. Make sure you gotta drink our teas. My tea should be done right now. Shout out to Dionne's Life for making this wonderful tea. Yes, indeed. It's good, baby. Thank you. Love you. Lemon and ginger. I can see it. Take a brief pause. Go ahead and go to Dionne's Life. She's crushing it on YouTube. Go ahead and share this video. Go ahead and heart this video, like this video, share this video. We promote peace, love, unity, community, family. If you have a book you want me to read, if you wrote a book and you want to send it to me, or I'll buy it, that's no problem. I'll make sure I'll read it on my channel, on my YouTube channel, on my Facebook channel. My YouTube channel is Tru Hicks, Tru Hicks. Again, I promote peace, love, unity, family, community. Um, just taking a little break so I could get my voice back a little bit. Master of the mixtape. He ain't talking about music either. Okay, Kobe. Over the course of my career, Gary and I alternated the tape jobs on my ankles. The decision was dependent on where physically my ankles were that year. Some years the focus was on stability, so I used all white tape. Other times when my ankles felt stable and solid on their own, I used a more elastic tape, which allowed for more spring and movement. One of the most important aspects of the game is listening to your body and preparing accordingly. I always kept that in mind. I hurt my ankle bad. This was game 2 of the 2000 NBA Finals, the worst sprained ankle of my career. From there, it was on me to figure out a way to play, and to be tactical. I knew what I could and I couldn't do, which direction I could push off, and how much force I could apply. After establishing that, it was just a matter of alternating my game with those constraints to continue dominating. To do that, despite the injury, I had to maintain control and dedicate where I was going to go with the ball, and and dictate where I was going to go with the ball and how I was going to play. I had to even on one ankle keep the advantage in my court and never let the defense force me to do something I didn't want to do. That was the key here, and that's the keys always. NBA 2K. After that injury, I missed game 3, but managed, thanks to stimulation therapy, to play the rest of the series. This treatment involves wires that deliver low-level electric current directly through your skin. This actually helps bring the pain down. But the ankle was so bad that, to be honest, I couldn't hoop much that summer. What I did do though was taking up tap dancing. Remember that. That's right, tap dancing. That was my worst sprain, but it certainly wasn't my first. I realized at that point I needed to be proactive about strengthening my ankles. After researching the matter, it became apparent that tap dancing was going to be the best way to build my ankle strength while simultaneously improving my foot speed and rhythm. So I hired an instructor and started going into the studio. I worked on it all of that summer and benefited for the rest of my career. If I have any tap dancers out there, please get in contact with me. I'm about to look it up right now. Tap dancing in the area. Tap dance classes near me. Yep. Open at 10 o'clock. Ooh, got a Groupon too. Jerry West. Jerry West and I had a father-son type of relationship. He was there for a lot of the early big moments in my career. I specifically remember riding with Jerry in a Lexus to my first workout. At that time, I was thinking, wow, I'm sitting next to the Jerry West. I asked him a ton of questions about moments and games in his career. Honestly, I don't know whether he was intrigued or ignored. but he answered them all. I learned shortly thereafter that Jerry is one of those guys who shoots it straight with people he respects. If he really cares about you, he's really gonna tell you things that you don't want to hear. And he always shot straight with me. It was a beautiful relationship. Magic Johnson. I met Magic during my first year in LA. We met at UCLA during a day of pickup runs. I was there stretching, getting ready to play. He walked in. That was my first time. I think the last time. Mm. And I think the last time. Playing with Magic. That was pretty sweet. More than that, it was good to talk with him. I, I reverence the players who made the game what it is and cherish the chances I had to pick their brains. Anything that I was seeing or going to see, any type of defense or offense or player or team they had already encountered years before. I talked with them to learn how to deal with those challenges. After all, why reinvent the wheel when you could just talk to the wheels that were created before? Magic Johnson was a special player, and I learned a lot, especially important lessons from his game. Namely, I studied the ability to use his body off the dribble, the spin move off the dribble, and the best way to throw a bounce pass. I always admired Magic cross court passes. I wonder how he was able to throw them and eventually learn. The secret was the backspin he put on the ball, which allowed him to zip the ball through the defense and have it bounce up softly into the striding teammate's hand. The other keys to his passing game was anticipation. Magic would throw passes before people would even realize that they were open. He could do that because he read defenses and see plays as they were unfolding. He left teammates in perfect position to score, and defense dumbfounded. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Kareem says he remembers meeting me when I was 2. Wow. He and my dad were friendly, and one time when my dad, who was playing for the San Diego Clippers, finished a game, he passed me over to Kareem, and for whatever reason, Kareem says he remembers holding me high up over his head and playing with me. I don't remember that, but I do remember writing a book report on him in the 7th grade. In researching that paper, I learned everything about him, from his days at Power Memorial to UCLA, Milwaukee, and LA. He had a really interesting story. At another point in time, I watched a tape he had put out about playing in the post and used some of the drills that I learned from it. So when he joined our staff, I talked to him a lot about historical happenings. We talked about playing with Oscar, fighting against those Celtics teams, Celtics teams, plays that they ran in LA under Pat Riley. We talked a lot. Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali is an icon. I learned a lot from studying and watching Muhammad. One of the main takeaways was that you have to work hand in dark to shine in the light. Meaning, it takes a lot of work to be successful. And people will celebrate that success, will celebrate that flash and hype. Behind that hype, through its dedication, focus, and seriousness, all of which outsiders will never see. If you stop being dedicated to the craft, the commercials and contracts will all fade away. Muhammad was also great at game planning. One of his strategies that I emulated was the rope a dope. A lot of people know that as a catchphrase, but I appreciate the psychology behind it. The idea that you can manipulate an opponent's strength and use it against them. That's really a brilliant concept, and one that I use often.
Josh, 725.
Huh?
725.
Yeah, I see it.
Okay.
Thank you. I'm gonna read one more. Then my team just let me know that I gotta get going. So again, I appreciate y'all for tapping in with me. Share this video. We're going from 1 share to 10 shares, 10 shares to 100 shares, 100 shares to 1,000 shares, 1,000 shares to 10,000 shares, 10,000 shares to 100,000 shares, 100,000 shares. Y'all know the rest. A million shares, and it all starts with you. So go ahead and subscribe to Tru Hicks on YouTube. Also, Dionne's Life on YouTube. We crushing it, y'all. Peace, love, unity, community, family. If you have a book that you want me to read, or if you wrote a book and you want me to purchase it, please put it in the comments. Please inbox me because I do want to buy your book. Whoever you are, let me buy your book today. Let me buy your book today, inshallah. So, all praises to Allah. So, let me read this last. Um, I got time. I got time. I'm gonna read this last one. Then I'm gonna go into the I'm gonna go into one more book. Yep, I'm gonna go into one more book. Bill Russell, you don't win 2 rings by accident. I knew there was a reason Bill Russell had more rings than fingers. Years ago, then I picked up an autobiography of his and devoured it. There was a lot of valuable lessons in them. There was one Bill shared that stuck with me. He recounts how people was he recounts how people always said he wasn't good he wasn't a good ball handler. Just didn't know how to handle it and shoot the ball. He said sure, he could do all of those things. Just didn't know how to handle and shoot the ball. He said sure, he could do all of those things. But why would he leave the fast break when Bob Cousy was playing with him? Why would he shoot jumpers when Sam Jones was on his wing? The message was that if you want to win championships, you have to let people focus on what they do best, while you focus on what you do best. For him, that was rebounding, running the floor, and blocking shots. I thought that teaching was simple yet profound. It was an insight I never heard from anyone before. Pretty much as soon as I read that, I reached out to Bill and started a relationship and mentorship that opened my world. Okay. That's that. And again, that's Kobe Bryant, the Mamba mentality. And put this over here. Random chapter, random page, and this is out of the Quran, the Holy Quran, with English translation and commentary, and Malani Muhammad Ali. Page 575, the devil, opposition to the righteous, section 7. And when we said to the angels, be submissive to Adam, they submitted, except Iblis. He said, shall I submit to him whom thou hast created of dust? He said, seest thou, this is he whom thou hast honored above me. If thou respite me to the day of resurrection, I will surely cause his progeny to perish except a few. He said, be gone, whoever them followeth thee, surely hell is your recompense, a full recompense. And incite whom thou canst of them with thy voice, and collect against them thy horse and thy foot, and share with them in wealth and children, and promise them and the devil promised them only to deceive my servants. Thou hast surely no authority over them, and thy Lord suffices as having charge of affairs. Your Lord is he who speeds the ships for you in the sea, that you may seek of his grace. Surely he is ever merciful to you. And when distress afflicts you in the sea, away go those whom you call on except he. But when he brings you safe to the land, you turn away, and man is the ever ungrateful. Do you then secure that he will not bring you low or on a tract of land, or send you on a violent wind? Then you will not find a protector for yourselves. Or do you feel secure that he will not take you back into another time, then send on you a fierce gale and thus overwhelm you for ungratefulness? Then you will not find any ardor against us in the matter. And surely we have honored them, children of Adam, and we carried them in the land of the sea, and provided them with the good things, and we have made them to excel highly most of those whom we have created. My team was letting me know I gotta get going. I do apologize, but I will be back on tomorrow morning. Um, y'all have a great day. Remember, peace, love, unity, community, family. That's my core principles. That's what I stand on. That's what my wife, Dionne, she stands on as well. Go ahead and support my YouTube channel, Tru Hicks. Go ahead and support her YouTube channel, Dionne's Life. And until the next time, y'all, peace, 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 peace.